For those of you that don't like doing phone call or Zoom sales, the $1,000,000 question is, how do you sell a high ticket program without getting on a call ever? That's exactly why we did this training, all about sell by text. So you never have to get on a phone or a Zoom call and sell your high ticket program. Here we go.
Is how to sell by text. Okay. So sell by text, I'm excited to talk about this because this is one of the huge kind of like mechanisms that we use, in the accelerator program with our health and fitness professionals, right? To get them to a 6-figure business. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys some insights on why it's so important to learn this skill set on how to sell by text. And that's what it is, guys. It's basically a skill set. It really is. Okay. So it's not something you just check off the box. It's not something you learn in a day, a week, a month. It takes time to build this skill set. And I promise, if you stick with me on this whole entire training, it's only going to be 10 minutes, right? You will be like, wow, I need to learn this skill set. I need to master it. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So the 3 sell by text outcomes. Okay. Now with sell by text, right? There's 3 outcomes that kind of like come out of this when you do it. So let me just kind of back up. Sell by text is basically a fancy kind of like, acronym we came up with, but it's basically just getting very good in the DMs, right? And having conversations, Facebook, Instagram, whether you have an SMS list, right? But it's just really that. It's really like the replicate of having a face-to-face conversation, but doing it in the online kind of world, right? With just in the DMs, okay? So that's what I'm saying. It's not the easiest thing to do, right? It's not the hardest thing to do, though. It's not rocket science, but it takes time to learn. It is a skill set. It's a very valuable skill set to learn. And I'll tell you guys why, okay? So the 3 outcomes of why you want to do this, right, with sell by text is the first one is, you can give value, okay? So you can give value, you can answer people's questions within there, right? If you guys have some leads in there, you guys can give lead magnets, right? The lead magnet can be, to a checklist. It can be to, swipe file, right? Or it can even be to your Facebook group, okay? So this way you give them value and then you nurture them as well too. And it's easy to follow back up with that and be like, hey, how did you like that piece of value I gave you, right? Was it beneficial? The third outcome with sell by text is you can set an appointment, right? I got my dog barking back there. You could set an appointment, right? And if you set an appointment, that's basically an opportunity to where you can sit there and have a conversation with them on a phone call or a Zoom call, right? And you can sell them into your guys' program, okay? So that is a great way that you guys could do that. The third outcome on here is you can actually sell in the DM. So we've had students as well too, where they actually don't even get on a phone call or Zoom call. They actually sell in the DM off a Google Doc or off a landing page on there, okay? So these are the 3 outcomes, right, that what sell by text leads to. You know what's funny, guys, is this sell by text, right? It's on the virtual kind of online side of things. This is the same exact 3 outcomes you would have if you were face-to-face, in an online kind of, or in a one-to-one presence, right, with somebody as a personal trainer, right, at a gym, or if you're a nutritionist at a brick and mortar. Those 3 outcomes, you would either give them value, you would either set up another appointment with them, right, or you would sit there and make the sale right there, okay? So there's no, I don't want to hear the excuses about, oh, this is only for online or, stuff like that. This is why it's awesome, because it's a direct replicate of the outcomes on doing it in person, right? Okay. So now I'm going to get into the text flow to give you guys some context of what basically sell by text is, right? And this is what we call the 4 C's as well too, okay? So that's another kind of way to do this. So the 4 C's on this, okay? The very first C on this is really, you have to create content, okay? Because without content, there's really nothing you can do about this without creating content. That's really what's going to what leads to getting you the connection, okay? So the content has to be good, right? It has to be, what we call hand-raising content that gets you a like, a comment, a share, a story view, okay? And that'll lead to the connection. Once you get the, the hand raise, the like, comment, story view or share, right? You've connected with somebody, okay? So right there, you have an opportunity to go in there and have a conversation on there and genuinely thank them for, sharing it, for viewing it, for liking it, right? For commenting on it, okay? And that opens up the door, right, to have a back-to-back conversation with them, okay? Who knows how long the conversation could take? It could take days. It could take weeks, right? It could be super fast. All depends on, how ready the prospect is, right, within that conversation. And what's beautiful, if you have these conversations, right, it leads to conversions, right? And that's what we want there, okay? So if we kind of look at it this like visually, right, the first thing you need is you need to get content out there to get eyeballs on your brand and, see you as the authority, as the health and fitness coach. And then the next thing it leads to is the connection, okay, which is the hand raise, what I just talked about, the like, the comment, the share, the story view. Then what that leads to is you have a conversation. It's a heart-to-heart conversation, right? You're not being interrogating, you're not being salesy, you're not being spammy or anything like that, right? It's really a heart-to-heart conversation. Just like you would have a conversation with somebody face-to-face at a gym, or if you are a nutritionist at a brick and mortar. You wouldn't be spammy, you wouldn't be salesy, you wouldn't interrogate people, you wouldn't be creepy, right? It's the same exact game, okay? Now, if we can get the convo going, cool. Then we have an opportunity to make the sale, okay? Like I said, we're serving people, we're impacting people, okay? So that's what's really cool about, this whole sell by text and the whole 4 C's that I just showed you guys right now, right? And again, something that we really hone in on here in the accelerator program, again, is sell by text. This is on our pathway for our health and fitness professionals to get to a 6-figure business, okay? And one cool, unique mechanism that we really do, right, is on Instagram, okay? If I'll kind of show you this, I'll give you guys the playbook right here, and you guys can steal this. On Instagram, we teamed up with a software company, right, where they literally get people 300 to 400, followers, right, targeted followers. No, so long as the health and fitness professional know their avatar and their niche, right? 300 to 400 targeted followers to build up their brand and see the hand-raising content on there, right? From there, we do sell by text, and then from there, we sell them into a high-ticket offer, okay? That's the whole playbook right there, right? So that's why I'm saying sell by text. It's a huge, huge skill that you, the health and fitness coach, needs to know, because what if there wasn't social media, right? How would you get online clients? You would go to other businesses locally in a 3 to 5 mile radius, right? You would knock on doors, right? You would make phone calls, you would send emails out, right? And you would sit there and have a conversation face to face, and you'd either get them into your in-person face-to-face kind of business model, or you would get them on online or a hybrid model. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, you have to understand this game. It's a very huge skill set going forward, right? Because people want to sit there and understand how to talk to people, okay? Have a heart to heart. Again, people buy coaches, right? Not coaching. All right. So that's my whole kind of spiel, guys, on sell by text and the importance of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you guys a couple of these hand-raising contents, right? Because again, that's really where it starts off here. It starts with really the content. And I want to hook you guys up so you guys can actually do some hand-raising content and test this sell by text out, right? Obviously, I can't give you guys the scripts and all that stuff. That's what we have like in the accelerator program for our students and stuff like that. But I can get you guys, the conversations going, right? By the content and the hand raise and all that type of stuff, okay? So this is a great one right here, an example, okay? So if we put together a worksheet to help you be more confident in charging more for your offers, would you be interested, okay? So as you can see, these are all kind of hand raises right there, okay? And you can start a sell by text that way. So these are the 2 hand-raising posts right here, guys, that we're actually giving away for free. So this one's for like a lead magnet, and this one's for like a brainstorming for a coaching group, okay? So if you guys are interested in these 2 hand-raising posts, then all you have to do is just comment below sell by text, which is basically SBT. Comment that below. We'll get you the link for this so you guys can get those 2 hand-raising posts, and you guys can test it out in your social media content, okay? If you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can check the description box, and you guys will be able to get the link there, okay? And these are just like some other, chat starters that we used, with our students in our program, right? It's very helpful on here. So this will give you guys some ideas on how to do this too. This is also in the workbook that we're giving away too. So if you guys are interested in this, just comment below SBT, and then we'll get that over to you guys, okay? So I'm almost at 10 minutes. I told you guys I would keep it short. I would keep it value-packed. But hopefully this helped out, with the whole how to sell by text. It's such an important skill, guys. And I'll kind of leave you like with this, right? We always tell our health and fitness coaches, right? You're either a hunter or you're a lover in this game, okay? The lover is somebody that will sit there and have this mirage, right? This kind of fairy tale where it's like, man, I put up a website. I got my certification. I'm a health and fitness coach. I just have my business now. Let the floodgates open and have all the clients come to me. It's a mirage, it's a dream, it's a fantasy. It does not work like that in the real world when building your 6-figure health and fitness coaching business. You have to be a hunter. You have to buy into that, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a hunter. That doesn't mean you have to be super aggressive, spammy, salesy, interrogating, creepy, right? You do it in an ethical way, and you do it in a way where you're serving, because that's what selling is. It's serving at the highest level. And you guys are health and fitness coaches, so how dare you not get out there and knock on people's doors or knocking on their DMs the right way, right? And have conversations to get your offer in front of them to solve their emotional pain points. That's what you guys do, okay? So I'm challenging you on this. Be the hunter and start learning the skill of sell by text, all right? Other than that, keep up the great work. Much respect. I'm out. Talk to you soon.
All right, now that you understand sell by text and especially those 4 C's on there, the next thing you need to do is learn how to build a 6-figure business and utilize sell by text, okay? It's one of the core tenets we use. So watch this training right here, 6 new different ways you guys can build a 6-figure health and fitness coaching business right here.